It was December 2005, just after the massive floods that inundated the country's coastline. And while a daunting period for many, the Rahaman'S were bent on celebrating the national recovery with Christmas. A young Ray Rahaman would make the decision to put up the first tree at the now famous Houston Triangle along the East Bank of Demerara, flowing from a candid conversation he had with a friend, the late Ronald Dorga. Dorga, an employee at the Ministry of Tourism at the time, had a plan to light up an 8-feet Christmas tree in front of the city engineers building in Georgetown and solicited the help of Ray. Resisting at first, Ray agreed to offer his help but insisted that it is placed at the Houston Triangle.
By the next day, they say, come and get the tree and bring it right away. That was in December, so we had to hurry. And we put the tree there, we put the electricity in, we light it up as good as good. And you see that tree? The top of this tree here is 8 feet, right? The last section. So that was the tree. Just the top section.
Ray said the response from the residents after the first tree went up was good enough for the family to know it would become an annual event. Although he can't remember what it costed to erect the first tree, he said it was nothing much. 17 years later, the entire Rahaman'S family is now behind the tradition, one that they plan to carry on for generations to come and which has become an annual Guyanese expectation. From the first 8-feet tree, the structure now stands at 64 feet. Once it went to 72 feet, but because of structural challenges, it had to be reduced. But that's not the only challenge. Criminals stealing the straps and accidents which have caused the tree to fall had troubled the family in recent years. Supported by his wife Angela Rahaman, Ray said persistence keeps it going. Angela recalled an accident just 2 days before an annual light-up, tearing down the already decorated tree. That was the only year a tree was not erected since the tradition started in 2005.
But we felt sad because we know that we've been doing it for every year and our family look forward for it, not just us, but the residents here and everyone that drives past, they look forward for the Christmas tree.
But what's next? As the family puts it, their vision is closely aligned to the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree, placed annually in Rockefeller Center in Midtown Manhattan, New York. The couple's children, McKelly and Elin Rahaman, also hope to leave a legacy for their children and the country, a Guyanese Christmas tree for everybody. McKelly was only 5 years old when the first tree went up, but her love for the tradition has given her a vision for the future.
Papa and I have had the plan from the beginning to get the tree to 100 feet at some point. So he mentioned that we go up about 8 feet every time we increase, and we're kind of stuck at 64 right now. But the ultimate goal is to get it to 100 feet at some point.
It is the same for her brother Ilan. The tree was erected for the first time in the same year he was born. Now the biggest tree in the Caribbean, Ilan eyes an international standard.
The Rockefeller, they're artificial, they're real tree. We plan on getting to their level. They have 1 million lights, we have 100,000 lights. They are more than 100 feet. Right now we stand at 64 feet. So definitely we're gonna progress and take this tree somewhere.
But making it bigger would require more resources. With the tree now costing over $2 million to erect, the family is thankful for all those who dedicated their time, labor, and resources to support the tradition. Altogether, the tree means something to the Rahaman family.
This is the beginning of Christmas for us. I don't think there's anything can stop us from putting up this tree. It will go on.
And I think if this Christmas tree wasn't up, we wouldn't feel like Christmas.
In a way, I know my father, why he actually continued doing it was, one, for Guyana, for the country. But two, he loves the children, he loves to give back. And I enjoy that as well, and that's probably what we look forward to the most. Seeing people happy, enjoy themselves at this event, it just warms our hearts.
The process for the next Christmas tree begins now, with the family already engaged in picking color and styles. For the newsroom, Campbell.